The Guyana Geology and Mines Commission's GGMC Geological Survey Unit is undertaking a geological mineral survey in the Itabali area as part of an effort to map the mineral deposits. Senior geologist Dr. Kantaraja Danavadi explains.
We are here to conduct the regional geochemical sampling. So for the multi-elements, not only gold, including gold, we are covering for all the other 48 elements, including rare earth elements, uranium, right? Uranium and thorium, and like that, base metals also. This particular project started in last month, 13th. That is October 13th. So it is going to finish in December 8th. It is a 8-week project. Collecting the stream sediment sampling, mainly sediment sampling and geological mapping, including the identification of the new quarry sites, aggregate sites, and along with the element discovery, we are finding we are mapping the area, complete detail mapping in the area. So what we do, we complete the project, collecting the sufficient amount of samples, quantity of the samples within the area. This project, we look at this is the project boundary, okay? This is the project boundary. This cover 1,750 square kilometer. We are covering this within 8 weeks. We are you see, area 1, area 2, area 3, 4 and 5. So we are dividing into different sectors, and then we are assigning the individual geologists and geotechnicians to do the, to cover the area. And normally what we do, we collect the stream sediment sample. Just now you guys went now. So what we will do, we can collect the -30 mesh samples, sediment samples. And then during the sampling, we collect the pan concentrate, black sand sample also, to check any gold content in that area. We segregate, divide into whether any coarse grain, medium grain, or small grain gold particles, and then we can count that and note down, and we put that information in our database also. So this sample which we collecting -30 mesh, we are sending to Activation Lab Canada to maintain the international standard. If any investor come to this country, they can come to geological division, that means Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. So they ask the data, and we will provide this data with all the assay certificate, that means all the elements, gold plus 48 elements, right? So along with the certified lab result, with the certificate. So they can go for the, suppose this area we found there is a gold anomaly here, and the companies, the GGMC normally bid for those land to the local miner, and then as well as the foreign investors, right? They can go in that area and they do the survey in detail. So you are talking about small and medium scale miners, right? So what we do, these small and medium scale miners, we are invited to our section, right? Whatever the data they need, including the gold content and whether it is fine gold, coarse grain gold or medium grain, we can provide the data along with the chemical result.
The $40 million project will eventually lead to the creation of a minerals database at the GGMC.
The information that we obtain from these explorations is very important to everybody. Important to you, me, so that we be able to get information, get the chemistry, get an understanding. Because there's a lot of things, people go and live at places and they don't even know what they're living on. Those places can be radioactive, can damage you, can have a lot of arsenic. You can be drinking water that arsenic inside. So I leave that for the moment. You can be poisoned. So it is important that we get an understanding of the geochemistry as well as the geology of the area, so that you can be able to protect yourself and as well must be part of your endowment in the future.
Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simona Brooms, recently visited the Kayuni Majoruni project and says she is pleased with the progress of the work done in the area.
I am pleased. It puts me in a different position. I want to commend the team. I know in the past a lot of work was being done in this area. A lot of miners and even Guyanese at large. The type of information, knowing about what the works of the geologists and all of that, it's not properly articulated outside. And so I am really satisfied to come and see the magnitude of work that has been going on. I think that we have a competent team. I want to congratulate Mr. Nestor, who has been pushing. I know they have greater plans in store, and the government we're going to support, because the extractive industry, we need to take it to the other level. And me coming back into the sector as a minister, I would really want to plunge and throw my support. Being here to come and manage by facts, I must say that it give me clarity in all the cloudy areas as to what really is going on. I was asking how long more they're at the stage of wrapping up. And so indeed, when I come here and the kind of information, because the evidence is there, what they have been doing, and indeed they have done an outstanding work. I want to make it, for the small miner to know that this information can really help them. I want to encourage miners now to go into the geologist section. There's a lot of information there, and the section, I know, based on some conversation that I've had with the team, they of themselves will start to push the information out there more, so that the miners, the information is there, and they're there. Some internal collaboration needs to take place, and that will get on stream, so that miners, and especially the smaller miners at every level, small, medium and large, but the smaller miners sometimes don't know that there's information there already. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you can come in and actually have information in an area, not only in terms of mineral, in terms of your health, to know the water, the type of water, and if it is proper for uses and all of that. So I think it's fantastic. It's a great experience to me, and I'm very, very pleased. I'm excited.
The team working on this project includes several female geologists and other technicians. Some of the female officers share their experience on the project and working in the fields.
I'm a senior geologist with the Geological Services of the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. My name is Unata De Freitas. I have actually been with the company for 19 plus years. I would have started as a geotech, a geological technician, like some of the other persons you would have met. Then I would have upgraded to a geologist, having completed my bachelor's in geology at the University of Guyana. So far, we have been doing some excellent work, but in some instances, it's a bit underplayed because persons don't understand exactly what it is we're about. But our job basically is to collect the mineral information of the country. Now, we do that from the baseline. So when we start our stream sediment sampling, we are actually gathering information on the elemental composition of the areas that we sample. Now, we know that the elements are the building blocks of minerals, and the minerals are the building blocks of the rocks that we see and the other ore deposits. So from the information we derive from the stream sediment sampling, we have an idea as to what is the mineralogy, because we can deduce from that information what type of minerals are located in the area, what the stream sediments, what type of rocks they would have broken down from, right? And now we are able to put that information into a database. Dependent on what deposit type we may recognize an anomaly, we can do further sampling. Or in this sense, we don't exactly do further in-depth sampling, but that information is available for other companies to come to have as a startup and to branch out into more rapid and extensive exploration in the country.
De Freitas says since joining the GGMC, she has seen an increase of female field officers.
I would have met other female geologists, not many, and definitely we've had an increase. You can see definitely that the females are finding it a workable and a suitable environment to work in. There's a lot of experience that is gained, but more so what is given back to our country, because we have a passion for the natural patrimony. And we understand that the more information we get, the better position our country is in. So I think that many of the females that are now coming into the field has that kind of drive and passion, and that is what is pushing them. Also, like I said, the conditions are not extraneous, they're not unsuitable. So we make provisions for the female staff that are in the field so they're not uncomfortable in their environment. It is a challenge, but it's one that is definitely overcomable, if that's a word that I can use.
My name is Marissa Foster. I started working with GGMC as part of the scholarship program, but I was interested in the field because I get bored easily, so I needed something that would be a change in environment from the regular office. I started on the scholarship program in 2007, and I started working as a member staff in 2009 as a geological technician. I was a geotech for about 3 years, and I became a geologist in 2012. It entails a lot of field work, going into the fields, collecting stream sediment samples, doing some geological mapping. We've done some technical assistance to miners and inspecting large-scale licenses. It's a very interesting job. I get to tour my country and see things that the regular Guyanese wouldn't see during their regular travels. But as an advantage, I guess, I'm very small framed, so people see me and initially they think, oh man, don't worry about her, she's a walkover. But they very rapidly realize the mistake in her. But people tend to discard you right away and they think, oh, that you can't measure up and you can't survive, you can't make it in the bush.
Hi, I'm Ankishi McPherson, and I've been at GGMC since 2011. I was a scholar, so I did my first year in 2013. That was interesting, but then I continued UG and now I'm finished. So I'm here permanently to serve back. And the field experience has been good. It's a lot of hard work, so you should be active before you get in the field, or else you'll really feel the pressure. This is the first trip where I led a team on my own, so you have to be confident in yourself, and you have to understand that not everything that you see on the map is what will be on ground. So you have to cater for all of those uncertainties. Not only do we do geochemical sampling, but we also do geological mapping. That has been new to me, so I've been learning and gaining more experience.
I'm Thais Fraser. I'm a geologist to the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, and I've been with the commission since 2009. I started off on a scholarship. My first year of actual work was in 2012, my attachment year. I've been on a few geochemical projects, but as you go along, you learn new stuff. You gain more experience. It is a challenge, but I like it. You know, it challenges your mind and your body at the same time. When you're out there, you have to think about the dangers, but at the same time, you have to keep pushing yourself.
My name is Tricia Tullock, and I've recently started with GGMC. This is my first trip, and so far it's been quite interesting, and I like it a lot. I didn't expect to like it, but I do. I really do. And it's good. You get to experience new things and realize that you're not fit sometimes, that you need to exercise. But otherwise, it's very, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about your country. You learn a lot about your country. You learn, indeed, you didn't know there's so many hazards out there that we're walking around every day, we're not knowing certain things, and it enlightens you a lot in that area.
Minister Brooms, a former miner, shares her appreciation for the work the women are doing and says she would like to see more women in the extractive sector.
I think it's a wonderful thing. I'm a living evidence of that. Coming from a miner, I'm proud. People say, oh, she's a miner, she's a pork knocker. But now I'm a minister, and it tells you that the sky is the limit. I would want to encourage women to get involved. We are more tidy. We can make a difference in these areas, and I really admire the geologists, and spoke about the passion. So when we come to do things, we want to do it in a particular way. We're looking for that results. The vision, the opportunity here is real, and I am encouraging, even at the level of the commission, forming the Guyana Miners Organization was all about saying to women the stigma that was there, that is only prostitute come into the interior, that is not so. And now you can see there's a senior geologist here, women with bachelor's degrees and masters and all of that. So I would really want to encourage women to come in, but to prepare your mind, the commission moving to where you have like a training camp on the highway. So you carry women, men also, because some men can't cope. There's no big light here, there's not a movie theater, and the environment, to start to condition your mind for the environment before you come in. So definitely I think it's a wonderful opportunity. And me being here in the ministry, as a minister within the ministry, I would want to encourage women. I am not gender biased, because gender is about both male and female. I love the men. They really protect us. These young ladies here, they might work around the men. It become your brother, you know, your best friend, and that level of respect, I really do admire that they have here working with them.
Minister Brooms gave assurances to work towards ensuring camp conditions for field workers are up to standards.
I want to thank the geologists for the conditions that you're here. I'm not happy. I think that you do deserve better conditions. I know you have your nice food and all of that. For the ladies, maybe Mr. Nesta, I would want to recommend to you that, not because you have female, but you can have a portable washroom. In Georgetown, people do rent them. I think the commission in your division, maybe you can buy a few, so that when you come in on these sites, you have your portable washroom and so on. The squatting should be a business of the past. And I'm not saying that because I'm here, because the same treatment that I would get and the environment that I should receive coming here, you're supposed to be living in it every single day. So don't try to get a portable washroom because of a minister. And I'm putting you on notice, the commission, because I will be traversing the entire industry. If I don't walk the walk with you, I cannot talk the talk. I'll be bluffing it. I'm not here for the bluff. We cannot afford to have our geologists, our technical people coming out in the field. Everybody should be equally important. And then, you know, we just treat them anyhow and all of that. It's an area the government is looking at to see how much more we will invest in all of that. And so I want to come to have the first-hand information so that I can go back to Georgetown and also advise Minister Trotman, who is the subject minister for the ministry, and recommend to him. I'm about making a change and a difference, and that's why I'm here. So you must look forward to that, work towards that. But what I want to ask of you is your commitment to a nation. If you're committed to this and you see the vision behind it, we're going to get someplace.